the most exciting
Topics.
today. We will talk about
Sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me.
la 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 la
Topic at hand. Sex
love
and marriage.
and rock and roll.
Why do they say that sex becomes boring after being in a relationship for so long and in marriage? BS, I found this out. I found this out from a married friend, 15 years. One time, pre-marriage, sex was okay. Once it was addressed and handled, ever since then, never boring sex. Never. In 15 years, never boring sex. So with that said, because I know that exists, I refuse to accept it for myself. I will not be in a relationship where I have boring sex ever. Listen, even quickie sex can be good. Because some people say, oh, we just had a quickie, something on the go.
Yeah, quick, it's amazing. But
Oh, here comes a butt.
yes,
He's the butt man.
because
Oh, yeah.
I'm Batman, yeah. Because you speak about your friend. I don't know your friend, and
Right.
I wish the best for your friend, and I it sounds amazing. But I'm telling you about my personal life. Sometimes I don't know if the correct word is boring, but sometimes maybe it's a little bit heavy, or I don't know how can I
It's
say,
not
because
exciting.
exactly, because maybe you are crazy tired and you want to do sex just to change a little bit your energy. Maybe you are very, very sad. Maybe you are very, very mad.
I
and
understand.
you have to do sex because it's the healthiest thing for us. It's very healthy
Right.
to do sex. But it's not if it's a little bit boring or one time, or if it's a little bit heavy, or if you have a lot of things in your mind and you don't concentrate too much, because all the people are not the same. Other people, they bring the problems into the house, the business problem, they bring the problems into the house, so they carry with them the problems. And other people, they leave the problems here, and they are different people in the
Absolutely.
house. So we cannot say you have to do this, you have to do that, all the people have to. I wish all the people in the dreamland, to be like this. I
Right.
wish. But I'm telling you my experience, sometimes I have boring sex, I have heavy sex, but I enjoy it because it changed my energy. I feel it's good for me, for my health, and other times it's crazy exciting.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree. I don't think that boring sex is a stress reliever. If anything, it would make me more stressful. It's
Why?
like,
Why
I'll
you
tell
make
you
you
why.
stressed?
Because, oh my God, is this what I have to deal with moving forward like this?
My love, what I don't think this is correct. Why? First of all, you are a woman. Okay? The man has to be hard to do this
I understand that.
this stuff. You understand?
Right.
So when you have 1 million things here, you don't control good your money. You don't control good
Right.
your payments.
Right.
I don't know if you can be hard here, but you cannot be hard, in the sensitive areas very, very easy. So for women, it's totally different. It's totally different when you do sex. Trust me. So maybe it's boring. Maybe it's boring for women, but maybe the man tries so hard not be boring.
But it doesn't matter how hard a man tries to get hard.
Of course it
No
matters.
pun intended. No, it doesn't matter with the feeling. Do you understand? It doesn't change the action itself. The action itself is
I
still.
will have the best feeling ever.
Yeah.
I want to make you love, to put this bad energy from inside me, just
Right.
to feel, very beautiful with you.
Right.
I kiss you, I hug you, I this and
Right,
that,
right,
but
right.
I have so many things in my mind and I cannot concentrate.
Of
You cannot
course.
name one bad sex only boring. Maybe it's problems, low testosterone,
See-
problems in your mind, thinking the problems. With the day before, something happened. I don't
This
know.
is where I think a man, especially because you keep saying it's harder for a man, it's harder for a man. Well, I think this is where a
It
man
is.
needs to communicate. If he doesn't tell the woman, hey, this is what I'm dealing with, this is what I have to handle, this is why I'm not in the mood to have sex tonight, then a woman maybe can understand. But if a man doesn't say any of this, and then the performance is a 2, it's boring sex. That's what the woman keeps thinking.
Okay, tell me something else. The woman, she is very healthy. She don't have problems in her mind. She does her yoga, her go outside with her friend for brunch and this and that. And at the end of the day, she waits for her husband every day to do beautiful, amazing sex.
Yeah.
This husband has all the problem in his mind. After 30 years old, your testosterone going like this. So you have to support your testosterone with pills, with this, with that. You cannot follow your wife's schedule and your wife's sex life.
I'm not saying about how often they want sex, but when they both decide to have sex.
So if the man decide one day and the woman has period, what happened?
To some men, they don't care.
That's
disgusting.
I'm just giving you this example. I think it's not. We don't have to put on the table the boring sex.
I'm not talking about problems. I'm not talking about anything like that. You've heard this before, and you've heard this before. The longer you're with someone, whether in a relationship or marriage, the more predictable.
Of course. Are you excited?
If it's not boring, then it's predictable.
You are so exciting at the beginning, my love. You are so exciting. Both of you are so exciting.
No, but that's the thing. I'm telling you that exciting sex exists in long-term relationships.
100%.
Right.
But not always.
Not always. That's my point. And I think it's because people become comfortable. So right now, we could be sitting here and my mind is probably drifting on, God, what do I have to do tomorrow? What time do I have to be at work? Do you see what I mean? We're not living in the moment. And that's what happens when people have sex, I believe. They're not living in the moment.
Very true.
Are the kids crying?
Oh, the kids didn't
Did you
eat
turn off
today.
the oven?
This happened.
That's what I mean. And I think this is what makes boring sex. It's not the length of the relationship.
This is very important what you
right,
said right
is that
now,
we are not living in the moment. Right. And I think this is what we forget. And I think we need to remind ourselves in a relationship, hey, are you present? Are you like...
Tell me something else now. I want to tell you this. I want to ask you this because my one very good friend told me this. Crazy lover with his girlfriends when he was young and all that stuff, with crazy erotic, things, and all that, to try, different things.
Experiment.
Very, very crazy guy,
Right.
He told me, Kostas, I shy with my wife after a couple of years, after 10 years of marriage, after 5 years of marriage. I'm a little bit shy with my wife to do the extreme
the erotic
things
that he did with his exes. Right.
This is also
right.
Big thing.
I know many men that way, though. I know many men that would desire to be in a threesome or more with a girlfriend, but not the wife.
I start thinking, after 20 years, what I will shy with
wife?
my wife, or I want to
experiment.
More things and all that stuff. I see a lot of. I follow Philip Lane, and I see one on his house in Monte Carlo. He has one sign on the stairs, and he said, "Kiss me like you love me. Fuck me like you hate me." One sign. And I'm thinking, this is amazing, you love me, so you give me your love and all that. And when we go, for sex, like
animals, right?
Exactly. And then I'm thinking, my friend, and he told me this, I'm a little bit shy with my wife to do, the things. I did so many crazy things. I did and now I'm a little bit shy with my wife.
But you know what's scary about that? Is that I've met men that are married and they're shy to do things like that with their wives, experimental things. That's why they would have additional girlfriends on the side. I saw that in, I can't remember which Robert De Niro movie, one of the mafia movies, and I heard him say, I have a girlfriend because my wife kisses the kids with those lips. You see?
I don't remember this movie.
Me too. I don't remember which movie, but I remember.
I feel very sexy with my wife. If I see my wife and she's an amazing mother, I feel very sexy with her.
Right.
Very, very sexy. It's too hot here. I'm sweating. Yeah. Maybe because of the topic.
No, well, you just we're talking about like certain people and their desires, and when it comes to sex,
A
it's
little bit,
Right.
not scary, a little bit risky. Because, I don't know, okay, you bring the third person, okay, the second wife, you know, and you have amazing things, you know, maybe you enjoy amazing, and second time and third time, then how you can go again with your wife without the third person?
well, it's not that you wouldn't do anything with your wife anymore, but you wouldn't do
I
the
know.
experimental thing,
I know, my
right?
love, and I'm telling you, because also
understand.
sex, you know, it's, you know, you go there and then you go a little bit further and a little bit further and then you want to touch more further, and you know, the mind never stops. So if you go and you have amazing experience with the third person, and then the third person give you a little bit more experience, go a little bit further and do this and do that, then how you can do normal love with your person?
I'm assuming
know.
it's someone that would probably
Maybe.
that likes both spectrums. You know, they like one day to have the making love instead of having sex, and then one day they want to have sex and not make love. You see?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's totally different if you want to make love with your wife because you have so sensitive moment with her
Right.
and you feel amazing, and totally different if you want to have crazy,
Right.
you know, rough sex.
But not with
for
your wife
five-
or with your
wife.
Right.
With your wife in 5 minutes because the kid go
Right,
to the toilet, for example, and
right,
you
right.
want your wife like this.
Right.
It's totally different if you want to wait
So-
for the third person and you put in your mind, because
I
when
see.
you wait the third person, you put in your mind, you know, you're thinking, oh, we can do this and I can do this with her and she can do this and we can offer this and with this. So you think all that stuff and you play with all that stuff in your mind. How you can become from crazy person with a lot of crazy things on your bed, normal person again. Maybe you can. I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
It's a little bit.
So on that note, what if you like having both with your wife, right? The making love and the having sex,
me personally, I think
and
if
she
I can have,
doesn't. Let's say she only likes it one way, and you want to experiment with her, and she says, "No, this is not my cup of tea. I don't want to do that." Whatever it is, it could be wearing costumes, it could be having toys, whatever it is. Let's say you want to experiment outside of just making love arena because it's going to get.
I will respect my wife for this.
Okay.
You mean what? If I can go with
No,
what?
just with your wife. Like, let's say, hey, honey, let's change it up a little bit. Let's try something new to make things exciting, you know. And
If you have a very good relationship, I don't think she will say no. Maybe she will say no for crazy things because she don't like this, or maybe she don't feel comfortable. But I don't think if you have very good relationship with your wife and you try to do a little bit this,
Yeah.
a little bit toys, a little bit porn, a little bit. I don't think it's a big deal, you know this. It's a big deal if you tell her, okay, can I bring one other guy or another woman? Maybe she say, no, it's not my style. I will
Yeah.
never wanted this. What
Yeah.
is this situation? But I don't think.
the things that you don't think are a big deal can be a big deal to some people. To some people, you know, having porn is such a big deal, and
I don't
or
think
having
it's-
toys. What, I don't please you, that you have to bring a toy. Like, to some people, that's a huge deal. What if, honey, I want you to call me Susie, or honey, I'm gonna call you, I don't know, Jack.
Yeah.
Like, does that make you feel uncomfortable? If
I don't like this. When I was, I think that's why, because I
Yeah.
think it's a little bit uncomfortable. I try one time when I was very young, you know, not with other names, but I try a little bit, you know, because the girl asked me to be nasty with my words, you know,
Right.
to speak dirty.
Dirty to her,
Yeah,
right.
but at the end, I start laughing. I couldn't stop. You know, it was. Yeah, I start with the words, you know, this and that and bitch and that, because she asked me, and then at the end I start laughing. I couldn't stop laughing, so it was, it's so weird, you know. No, I don't know. I don't know.
I love it.
Yeah.
Grant
best.
Cardone, Elena Cardone.
We love you guys.
We love you.
With
Grant,
Cardone.
you hear this? He's investing with Cardone Capital. Otherwise, no more relationship between us.
For other people, the things that I feel comfortable, they feel uncomfortable, and the things I feel uncomfortable, they feel crazy comfortable. Of course, we are all the people. We are different.
Right. I'm just still puzzled on what do you do? Like, if you're in a relationship and you want to experiment with things, not necessarily.
It's totally different if you speak about your wife, and totally different if you speak about your girlfriend, and totally different if you're.
I don't know if that's.
Of course,
I don't
100%.
know. I don't know.
I don't know. I will tell you it's 100%, my love. Because when I was single, I want to have 3 or 4 or 10 girls, God bless, together. When you are married, how you can do? You can have this. It's
Some
like
people do.
Yes, I know some people do. I'm telling you my feelings. It's like I don't feel anything for my wife, so I have to bring other girls to enjoy this because I don't feel with my wife. Other people can say no, we enjoy with my wife this situation. Yes, everything it's okay if you feel comfortable.
Is it okay though? Is it okay?
I don't know. For me, no.
I just think that when you start to, especially bring in a third party person, you're opening the door to Pandora's box.
Exactly.
You just don't know where it's going to go from this and whether you can even
agree.
backtrack. That's what's so scary about
I agree 100% with you.
having additional people in a relationship, I believe. And that includes not just sex, that includes anything, even having advice from a third party person when it comes to intimacy. I think when you start bringing other people involved in your intimate life, you just don't know where it's going to go from that direction, I believe. Let me tell you, I know certain men in their 50s and 60s that either are continuing this wired life or begin it at that age.
You can go, my love, to crazy things. You can go, very normal things in love. You know, everything. We cannot say wrong for sex. We cannot say, oh, you do wrong because you bring 2 women or 2 men, or you share with your wife. It's not wrong.
You know, look, wrong or right, I have my opinion about this in terms of there's just so much. I just think that when people start to explore outside of their partner, I think it's because they're lacking something. I really believe that because there's so much that you can explore within one person. There is no room for a third person in the relationship during intimacy. Do you understand what I mean? Like there's so much to do with one person, with your partner, that there is no time or room to include anybody else. That's my opinion.
But for other people,
I just think that they're not living up to their potential.
We cannot say this. For other couple, it's crazy normal, and they are very happy if they bring third person, 4, 5, 6, 10,
I understand that.
and they can do anything they want, and you respect because they love it, they respect each other, and they enjoy the moment in their life. So we cannot say. We can say our opinion for us and for our life, but we cannot judge about sex anything.
I had a guy friend years ago. He told me he was such a good-looking kid, and he said, Bobbi, I can only now have sex with 3 people. You know, it has to be minimum 3 people. He said, I can't have just sex with my girlfriend and I. It has to be one other person in it.
He did it a lot of times?
Many times.
You see?
Yeah.
What I told you before? You did it a lot of times. How you come back with your wife?
He can't. He cannot. He said.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe 1%, 5%. We don't know the percentage. Maybe they feel comfortable and they do also. They go back and they do normal sex. But they will want again the third person. They will go back for normal. They will want again because this is into their head. Okay. So,
but at the same token, I also had another guy friend who said to me, "Yeah, Bobbi, I had sex with 2 women. They were so into one another that I was excluded."
At the end of the day, doesn't matter. You for the sex, you have to do anything. You feel comfortable and you feel you enjoy.
But remember, it's going to be risky. Once you open Pandora's box,
100%.
Right. You don't know where it's going to take off from there.
You open the Pandora's box. Also, Pandora's?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Also with toys, with porn, with third person,
Right.
with roles, with all with
Actually, you're right. I've heard women say this, that once they started using toys, they couldn't go back to just being pleased by a man only.
Yeah, because you don't know what kind of doors they open with the toys and all that stuff. I think
Right.
love, it's safer for the couples. I'm not saying don't try.
Making love and
Yeah,
not
I'm
playing
not
too
saying-
much. Right.
Yeah, of course you will try a little bit here, a little bit there, but love, you know, under the word love, you understand what I mean?
Right.
Because if you go for the couples, I mean, especially for the marriage.
Serious relationships or
Yeah,
marriage,
really,
right.
because if you try the labyrinth, like I
Right,
said,
right,
for
right.
all these directions, then you never know what you like. You never know how
doesn't
far
end.
you want
Right.
to go.
It doesn't end.
Exactly.
Now, if you were single, it's like what? The sky's your limit?
Exactly. Yeah, of course, my love. That's why
Yeah.
the sky is your limit when you are single and you want to have a lot of relationship and all that stuff. And when you are married, you are with your partner. Of course, you can try with your partner, and you can try, and you can try, and you can do anything you want. But I'm saying that you never know where it's end.
What do you guys think? Do you guys think that it's true being in a long-term relationship or in a marriage makes sex or love making boring after a period of time? Or is my friend right that you don't have to have boring sex once you both agree that moving forward we will live in the moment and be present while making love? Let us know what you think.